Hello reception children and welcome to Active Story Session 2. Yesterday we started reading the traditional tale of the Three Little Pigs. And we got up to the bit where the pigs have all built their houses now. I asked you to think about what materials you might use to build a house. Did you think of any? Today we're going to carry on and see what happens next. I'll be stopping the story at certain points to ask you some questions, so make sure you're listening carefully. Okay, sit comfortably, enjoy the story, and I'll begin. After each pig had built his own little house, they had time to play. One day, when they were out having fun, they happened across some wolf tracks. When the pigs saw that a wolf had been nearby, they all ran home and locked their houses up tight. So the pigs have found some wolf tracks. Do you know what that means, wolf tracks? Tracks are footprints or marks that are left behind by animals as they pass. It also said that they ran home and locked their houses up tight. Why do you think they did that? How do you think they were feeling? Soon enough the wolf appeared at the door of the first little pig's house. The straw house shone golden in the sunshine. Little pig, let me come in," said the wolf, grinning his big wolf grin. "No," cried the first pig, "not by the hair of my chinny chin chin." "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in," shouted the wolf, and with an enormous breath the wolf blew down the house of straw. When the wolf knocked on the door, he had a grin. Do you know what that means, boys and girls? A grin is like a big smile. I wonder, now the house of straw's been blown down, what the first little pig will do. Do you think you know? The first pig ran to the second pig's house. Right after they'd closed and locked the door, the wolf appeared. Little pigs, let me come in," said the wolf. "No," cried the pigs, "not by the hair of our chinny chin chins." "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in," shouted the wolf, and with a tremendous breath the wolf blew down the house of sticks. The two little pigs ran as fast as they could to the brick house. All three little pigs watched from the windows as the wolf approached. Little pigs, let me come in," demanded the wolf. By now he was feeling pretty sure of himself. "No," shouted all the pigs together, "not by the hair of our chinny chin chins." "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in," shouted the wolf. But even with a stupendous breath, the wolf could not blow down the house of bricks. The wolf slumped, exhausted, outside the little brick house. Oh dear, so the wolf is exhausted. Do you know what exhausted means? If you're exhausted, you're very tired. I wonder, why do you think the wolf was so tired at this part of the story? After resting a bit, the wolf came up with a new plan. The three little pigs guessed what he might do, so they lit a blazing fire in the fireplace. Just as the pigs had guessed, the wolf climbed down the chimney. But before he could reach the bottom, his tail caught fire. The wolf could not pull himself up out of the chimney fast enough. He raced away in a panic. The three pigs stood arm in arm in front of the sturdy brick house as they watched the wolf disappear into the distance. From that day forward he was never seen again, and the pigs lived happily ever after. Okay, so that's the end of our story this week, The Three Little Pigs. I hope you enjoyed it. Did you have a go at answering some of my questions? I've got one more challenge for you before we finish our active story this week, and that is to see if you can retell the story of the Three Little Pigs. You can choose lots of different ways to do that. You might just tell the story to a grown-up at home, or to your little brothers or sisters if you've got them. You might choose to act the story out. You might want to build your own house of sticks or bricks at home and pretend to be one of the Three Little Pigs. You might even pretend to be the wolf. You could draw a really nice picture from the Three Little Pigs and use the picture to help you retell the story. You could even make yourself some little puppets to retell the story. There are lots of different ways that you can do it, but I wonder if you remember all the things that happened. See if you can. Right, next week we'll be looking at a different traditional tale. I wonder what it will be. I'm excited. See you for Active Story next week, boys and girls. Bye.